The Future Forward program is a program where students work together with companies around business opportunities, and they try to make business out of that sort of sustainability business opportunities. Yeah, we brought a number of companies together. In the first place, companies where the biomass was produced and in fact collected, but also companies that were using it to make products out of it. And finally, of course, companies that were selling it to the market. So out of those products that were produced, you could make products for consumers out of it.
So I work for Stichtse Rijnlanden, which is a regional water authority, and they when they mow the grass, then yeah, they have a lot of grass and water plants and stuff, and now they have contractors just composting it, and they'd rather do something more sustainable with it, and preferably it would also be cheaper. So we're now looking into ways to use the biomass in a more useful way, so maybe make energy out of it or even higher end products.
En wij zijn begonnen met een natuurlijke verf te maken op lijnoliebasis. En dat proberen we nu in de markt te gaan zetten en te kijken of we daar een hoop vet voor kunnen krijgen.
Our project we are doing with Rover, which is a waste collector. And what they are doing is they are focusing on sustainability. And what they want to do now is they want to have a product out of the green waste they pick up at the households. So what we are focusing on is producing a way to create bioplastics.
I've been working for Attero, a waste processor, and the project that we had was to look at the cellulose and lignocellulose in their waste stream, so biomass basically, and look for higher value uses for this biomass. Eventually we chose to work with paper that's coming from rest waste, municipal rest waste, and we want to use this paper as a feedstock for the chemical industry, producing bioethanol from the waste paper, which is a high...
The outcome right now is hard to predict because we're still very much making an inventory of the possible ways of dealing with this biomass. But things we're thinking about now is using it with manure to get a biogas out of it, or maybe subtracting the minerals like phosphates and stuff out of it, because it's worth a lot more than just energy. And we're also looking into, we were pointed out by one of the other companies, Attero, they're looking for ways to turn grass into a product that can be used for sort of a triplex type building material. So we're also just looking into that, if that might be a possibility to work together with them maybe.
We zijn aan het kijken naar de groene verven, dus zeg maar die veilig en gezond zijn voor mensen en dieren en voor het milieu. Maar we zijn ook aan het kijken naar die hele monumentenmarkt, want die heeft altijd authentiek gerestaureerd met lijnolieverven, maar dat is eigenlijk volledig uit beeld verdwenen. En we gaan dus nu samen met de studenten onderzoeken waarom het verdwenen is en hoe we het weer even terug kunnen laten komen, om weer zo goed mogelijk en authentiek mogelijk te restaureren.
The goal of our project was actually producing high added value product from cellulosic waste streams. And after 4 months researching and studying, we found that the best product is bioethanol. We can produce bioethanol from around 200 kilotons paper that's available in Attero annually. So it can be a good source for renewable energy in this country and this company.
Well, Soterna is relatively new. It's a startup, even though Mondragon is a big company. Soterna is a startup company focused on renewable heat, and they've developed a very innovative solar boiler system that can be used for 3 different options, either for space heating, hot water production for the shower, or for swimming pool heating. And the case that we are looking at here is specifically for hot water production for a house.
We analyzed the market in Flanders in Belgium, and we looked for possible business partners and the way how to sell it to the end consumers, and we set up a cash flow and we wrote a whole business plan on how to do that.
Interface is a true leader in their market segment, producing carpet tiles. They're superior in the designing of carpet tiles, but also they're really a good example of a company that is working on the subject of sustainability. They first started with a recycling process, so call it re-entry. So they are recycling all the carpet that are returned, but now are switching to reusing of carpet tiles, so even go a step further in a lancing ladder. The customers can choose the product that they want in return.
The project that the students did was focusing on extending the loop. We have a value proposition where we are looking to close the loop and extend the loop on modular flooring. And the value proposition on extending the loop is the core of the project that the students were working on. So what customers would buy, let's say, second-hand material, what are the customers willing to pay for? These kinds of research questions were part of their project.
Why aren't we doing this actually? That was my first thought. Reusing tiles, carpet tiles, into basically just a new product. Saving a lot of energy, saving a lot of resources, and actually generating more customer value. This is a very nice example of how to do sustainable business.
Lianne and Inga made a business plan about which focuses on the market of second-hand wedding dresses, and they want me to sell second-hand wedding dresses to women who are getting married and who don't want to spend too much money on their dress but still look fabulous.
It works as follows. They pick up the green waste and they ferment it in a fertilizer. And then you have a compound that is left over, and with the leftover you want to create the bioplastic. So you take out the proteins and then you link them together and you can make a different product about it. And we are thinking about making a product like garbage bags or other plastics bags so that they can promote their company Rofa.
Today we had a Dragon's Den exercise. Students had to experience a real-life situation. They had to be in front of investors. They had to face critical questions. And they also had to think about how they could involve other stakeholders and get them to cooperate together.
We get access to a network of other entrepreneur thinking companies that are here today. Like the location we're at today is a very green and entrepreneurial company, and I've never been here before, so I'm excited to see this, and that network has a value for us.
For the students it's important to think about the way that they will work in future companies, so it's really production of the future where we're thinking of, and then companies of the future. And for the companies, I think it's attractive that they really are thinking about future types of products. And for me, it's important that we continue in this way because due to this sort of programs, it's possible to use the knowledge that's available within universities and what is taught to the students, that they are able to turn that in concrete practice and that they prepare themselves for the future. But I think it's also very important that in the chain, due to the cooperation with the students, it will lead to more cooperation with within the chain itself.